Okay, problem number 1 on the review asks us to find the value of x. Anytime we're solving an equation, we want to show two sides of our equation. That shows that our equation is like a balance scale, so we can do anything to one side of the equation as long as we're careful to do the same thing to the other side. In this case, we're subtracting 12 from x. So in order to isolate x, to get x by itself on the right side of the equation, we have to undo that subtraction with the inverse operation, which is addition. I can add 12 to the right side of the equation as long as I also add 12 to the left side. And then 4 plus 2 is 6, 3 plus 1 is 4, so I have 46 on the left side. The reason I added 12 is because now this goes away. Negative 12 plus 12 is equal to 0, that's like 12 zero pairs. And all we're left with on the right side is x, so x equals 46. But I'm not going to circle it yet, we always check our answer. 34 equals x minus 12 was our original equation. If x is truly 46, then 34 should equal 46 minus 12. 46 minus 12 is 34, so 34 equals 34. That checks out, and we can circle our answer. Problem number 2, consider the model below. What equation is being represented by the model? We know the balance scale represents an equal sign. The scale is balanced if both sides are equal to each other. So the left side of our equation, we have an x and one chip, x and 1, x plus 1. So x plus 1 equals, the right side of the equation we have 5 chips, x plus 1 equals 5. What value of x would make the model true? Let's solve it two ways. We'll solve it with the equation and the model. In our equation, we're going to show two sides of the equation. Looking at the model, we can solve for x if I can get x by itself on the left side of this scale. And the way I can get x by itself is by removing this one chip, but then the scale would be unbalanced. We can rebalance the scale by removing one chip from the right side as well. And we get x equals 4. On the equation it would look like this. We subtracted 1 from both sides. That equals 0, so we have x equals 5 minus 1, which is 4. And then we have to check our answer. X plus 1 equals 5. If x is truly equal to 4, then 4 plus 1 should equal 5. And it does. 5 equals 5. Number 3. Anthony wrote the equation below to solve a word problem. Which word problem is best represented by Anthony's equation? The equation is p minus 7 equals 22. The way you solve these problems is you read through the answer choices, and you need to write equations for each of the answer choices until you find the one that matches the equation you're given. This first answer choice A says Miss Hundley loaned Miss Nix 7 pairs of shoes from her closet. She now has 22 pairs of shoes. What is P, the number of shoes she originally had in her closet? Okay, when it says she now has 22 pairs, has 22 pairs is like equals 22. The number of pairs she has equals 22. It says she loaned Miss Nix 7 pairs, so that loaning 7 pairs is like giving away 7 pairs or subtracting 7 pairs from what she originally had, which is P. The P is the number, it represents some number of shoes, maybe it's 20. Well, it had to be more than 20 actually. If she loaned it, she had 22 left. But P is the point is P is the number she originally has, and she loaned 7, so you subtract 7 from P, and then you're left with 22. You can see that it would be 29 would be the original number of pairs. But the main point is this equation that we've built up does match the equation we're given, so the correct answer is answer choice A. Now on the test, I only have 1 minute left on this video, but on the test, when you had more time, you would go back and check these other answer choices to make sure you didn't make a mistake. If you get another one that gives you the same equation, you know you have to look at those two again and figure out which one is really correct. I'm not going to have time to go through them in detail, but I'm going to write the equations so you can take some time to look at them yourself. B would be P equals 22 minus 7, I believe. C would be P equals 22, and D would be P equals 22 minus 1/7 times 22. You can double check me on those. I'm not 100% sure. I would like to take more time on them, but that you get the idea. You try to write equations until you find the one that matches the equation you're given. Okay, we'll pick up the review with number 4 in the next video.